What's going on, guys? Week 10 of the NFL season is over, and I am going to get us started off with the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm going to be a little heated about this. You know, I'm a little passionate about the subject here. Not necessarily because I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. It's just I feel very strongly about JJ McCarthy and me thinking that JJ McCarthy isn't a good enough quarterback to be a starter, frankly, in the NFL, to actually help the Minnesota Vikings go and win a Super Bowl, which is what they ultimately want him to do. And, you know, it's kind of crazy, right? Because people were like, yeah, JJ McCarthy comes from Michigan, he's pretty good. I watched JJ McCarthy at Michigan. I watched JJ McCarthy play. If he was so good at Michigan, like everybody's saying, and like even Harbaugh said that he was the best quarterback Michigan has had, then tell me why JJ McCarthy threw for less than 200 yards per game in college. If JJ McCarthy was so good, they would have had him throwing the ball around, slinging it around the field. Frankly, JJ McCarthy couldn't throw in college. JJ McCarthy wasn't good enough. They didn't trust him enough in college. So why is he going to go from college to now the pros? And again, JJ McCarthy, if we're looking here, less than 200 yards passing per game. Now you're wondering, like, maybe that's pretty decent, okay? No, it's not very good. All right, so look at Joe Burrow. Okay, so now, yeah, obviously Joe Burrow had that one crazy year. Joe Burrow went and threw for 278 yards a game in the year that LSU won the national championship and he won the Heisman Trophy. Fantastic year, crazy year, okay? But what about the year before that? What about the year before where he probably wouldn't have even been drafted in the NFL? That year, he threw for 222 yards a game. And he wasn't even being considered to be drafted, let alone be drafted in the first round. Joe Burrow threw for more yards per game than JJ McCarthy did, and he wasn't even being considered to be in the NFL draft that year, not to be in the first round. I mean, guys, if they can't do it in college, what makes you think that they're going to be able to go and do it in the pros? I watched JJ McCarthy in college. He wasn't a great thrower of the football. I watched JJ McCarthy in college and said, oh boy, pretty much anytime he went and threw the football, because I was concerned. I didn't feel that JJ McCarthy was that good of a quarterback. I did not feel that I could trust his decision making. And clearly, neither did Harbaugh, because he never wanted JJ McCarthy to throw the football. He always was like, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Now, yes, again, that is a thing Harbaugh likes to do. Harbaugh liked to run the football. And maybe it was just a scheme, but I'm telling you, if he was that good, Harbaugh would have had him throwing the football. He wouldn't have just been running it all the time. If he had such a good quarterback in there, he would have been having him throw. And now we're in the pros, and he can't throw. He's not making the wide open throws. He's making bad decisions. He's throwing interceptions and just making poor decisions in general. And you got to sit there and just be like, yeah, okay, great. So now the Vikings go and make that decision. And while their head coach is a good head coach, in my opinion, he's very good. He chose and decided to go with McCarthy, thinking that he could make him work. And here we are. Here we are. It's not working. And so you're like, oh boy. You can't really trust them to get it done. You can't really trust them to find a quarterback to help them win a Super Bowl. And so therefore, you're just kind of in limbo. Because I'm telling you, McCarthy is not good enough. Watch him play. Their offense stinks with McCarthy in there. He cannot throw anywhere near Justin Jefferson. He never gives Justin Jefferson a chance at the ball. Genuinely, like, that team with an okay quarterback, aka Sam Darnold, will look like they did last year. McCarthy is so bad that they don't even look okay, that they don't even look good. That's where we're at. I'm sorry, Vikings fans. It stinks for y'all. And frankly, hopefully, they move on from McCarthy. Genuinely, they need to move on from McCarthy. He's not getting it done. He will never get it done. He has already shown you who he is. He showed it to you in college. Again, if he couldn't get it done in college, what makes you think he's going to be able to get it done here? And it's sad to say. I feel real bad for the Vikings fans. But I want to move on here. I want to go and talk about the Bills. Man, Bills fans, this was supposed to be your year. And it is not turning out to be that at all. And again, I've talked about it in a short that's being released here actually today about how they need to move on from their head coach. And their offense just isn't good enough. Josh Allen, despite winning an MVP last year, doesn't look anywhere near as good as he did when Daboll, actually, the now ex-Giants head coach, was coaching him, was his offensive coordinator. And McDermott was actually asked about potentially bringing Daboll back, and he said no. You know, we're sticking with Joe Brady. Joe Brady's our guy. And again, Joe Brady is doing a decent job. Don't get me wrong. But Josh Allen looked the best when Daboll was his offense coordinator. And I know you don't necessarily want to turn that whole thing into a big turmoil in the middle of the season. But I'm telling you, the only way you can win is if you bring Daboll back this year. Because Daboll actually was very good for Josh Allen. There are certain coaches that are supposed to stay offensive coordinators. They are very good as an offense coordinator. They work with the quarterback very well. AKA, go look at the Patriots, another team in your division, with McDaniels. McDaniels has had 2 opportunities as a head coach. Neither one worked, but as an offense coordinator, he is fantastic. Bring Daboll back, frankly. You need to bring Daboll back, because I'm telling you, you're not going to win this year without him. And maybe you're not going to win in general. But right now, to me, your options are bring him back and have a chance this year, or you got to get rid of your head coach because you're stuck in limbo. You're not even going to be the team to beat in your division for years to come. I'm telling you, the Patriots are coming. The Patriots don't have a team that's ready to go and win a Super Bowl yet. They're at least a year away. I think next year they're going to be a lot better than they are this year. And they're right now ahead in their division. They're right now one of the better teams in the AFC. Give them a year. Give them where they can actually go and build their roster better. I'm telling you, Bills, you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision of get rid of the head coach or bring Daboll in, because he actually was able to get Josh Allen to where he needed to be, to get Josh Allen playing the way he needed to be playing. Now, I still think that your coach is not good enough. I still think they need to get rid of him. But this season, you should not just be dismissing Daboll coming back. This season, you should be bringing him back, because that's your only opportunity. Make the change, because your offense isn't good enough. Josh Allen hasn't been playing well enough. You have to make the decision and do it. Or you're just wasting this season, and frankly, you're going to lose your job. And hopefully for Josh Allen and for the Bills fans, you lose your job, because genuinely, you're just not good enough to get them over the edge. And I hate saying you have to lose your job, right? That's a terrible thing to say. But he's just not good enough, unfortunately. You have to get a coach in there who is good enough, or at least have an offense coordinator that will get Josh Allen to play the best he was playing in his career. And Daboll, in my opinion, can do that. I mean, because golly, this was a pathetic loss. How do you go and lose to the Dolphins like that? Genuinely, make a change or your season's done. That's it. Plain and simple. All right, let's move on, because frankly, I don't want to spend too much time on a team that just got their doors blown off by the Dolphins and just isn't in contention, again, unless they make a move. So let's move on. We're going to talk about the last game, Monday Night Football. Whoo-hoo. 2 of the teams near the top of the conference. We got the Packers and we got the Eagles. This is going to be a great one. Oh, wait, both teams kind of stink. They stunk it up. Their offenses looked pathetic. Another 10-7 game. Woohoo. Monday night and Thursday night football. We got 2 10-7 games. Yippee. We got Thursday night football, 10-7. Broncos looking real strong against the Raiders. And then we got another 10-7 win for the Eagles against the Packers. Another, they're looking real strong. Both teams are looking strong there. Golly, that was ugly to watch. That was really bad. And I hate to say it, except I kind of don't. Jordan Love, if he plays like this, remember, on ESPN, if he plays like this, they can win a Super Bowl. And I said, no, not a chance. And Jordan Love just keeps making the same decisions, making the same what are we doing? Decisions of, that's what we're doing. Okay, you're going to try and do what when you're trying to get sacked and you're going to fumble the ball? No, they will not win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love playing like this. And clearly, I mean, 2 weeks in a row, their offense just looks pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And this game, he fumbles the ball on a play that just makes you shake your head. Genuinely, that fumble was so... Oh, man, why are you trying to get rid of it? Just take the sack. Take the sack. Don't try and get it out of there, because that type of things happen. Just hold on to the football. Don't put the ball in harm's way like that. Don't make these decisions. He has a lot of talent, yes, but again, I was completely right about Jordan Love. They're not going to win a Super Bowl with him playing like this. He has to play better. I frankly don't think he can, though, which unfortunately means that that's it. like the Packers, they're not going to win with Jordan Love. They need to move on. They have to find another quarterback because he's going to keep making these decisions. He has shown you that this is who he is, and you cannot win with a quarterback that's doing these things. He's shown you who he is. So you got to move on. And one other thing I want to mention here is the Packers getting called for a false start on a QB sneak, and the Eagles not with the tush push. And man, the plays look very similar. The lines moving in similar ways, and yet one team gets called for it, the other doesn't. Something has to change with the tush push and how you're calling it, frankly, because if there's a false start, you have to call it. And I know they can't, or it's very hard to, but this is why you have to do something about it. But don't get me wrong, the Eagles didn't look great either, and I still have tons of concerns for the Eagles. I mean, they won this game, but if you're sitting there and saying that you're feeling good after this win as an Eagles fan, as an Eagles player, as a coach for the Eagles, you got to be lying to yourself, because there's not a chance. You cannot be feeling good after this win. This was pathetic. Your offense looked bad. You just continue to just stink offensively and not look in rhythm, and things just look discombobulated and making poor decisions. Like, why are we going for it there on 4th down, throwing the ball up to A.J. Brown? Man, it's just poor decision after poor decision, and the team just looking discombobulated, and golly, something needs to change. Like I said a couple weeks ago, they're not contenders. Something has to change offensively, or you're not going to be a contender. And right now, nothing has changed offensively. Yeah, you are still getting wins, but you look bad. And it's going to come and bite you in the playoffs if you don't fix it. You have to fix it. Fix it now before it's too late. All right, guys, that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be replying to them. And until next time, keep it real.